What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. My name is Michael. You can call me MOLT. Hope that y'all are doing well. Today, I am still lacking sleep and lacking time and trying to be present with my family because that's what's most important here. So that's why we're doing these videos. They're a little bit easier to do than gameplay videos. They don't take as much of time for me to come up and record. And honestly, they're a lot more fun to kind of speculate. So today, going to be doing some more leaked or data mined cards that could be coming to Marvel Snap in the future. Obviously, as per usual, anytime you have things like this that are data mined, you never know what the heck's going to happen. So yeah, also one note, I come into these with not too much thought behind them because I think it's fun to see my initial reaction and deeper thought process live with you guys than coming in with, say, a script or things like that. So I'm going to miss stuff. And you guys are going to miss stuff. And so I think it's fun for me to show y'all what pops into my head immediately. You know, it's like, first thing that comes to your head, what are you thinking of? I think that's cool. I want you guys to comment as y'all see some of these cards. First thing that comes to your head. Could be right, could be wrong. You could mess up a keyword. You could do this, and then you realize, like I've done that before. So we're going to go over some of these cards. I'm amped. I'm stoked. It's going to be a blast. Let's get into it. First up, and again, pardon the pronunciation of any of these. If I say these wrong, let me know how to say it, because I don't know. We've got King Eitri. Eitri, something like that is what I'm guessing. On reveal, give the next card you play +4 power. Okay, so the total stat line of this card is 5/7, which isn't that big of a deal. But if you think about cards that can get more power by being buffed, there's a good number of them. So let's say you are playing a Silver Surfer deck or something like that. You play King here, and then you play Brood. Brood's going to be stacked. Brood becomes a win condition at that point because it's 18 power at one location. That's mad. And if you're already playing a Patriot deck, it's even more mad. So I imagine that there would be lots of different scenarios with this to where, shoot, I mean, you could that wouldn't be as good. I was gonna say you could play it on Iron Man. That wouldn't be that big of a deal. If you could, I imagine you would see a lot of people using Wave turn 3, and then maybe this card turn 4 as I don't really know. I imagine you would see it. Like, I'm trying to think of final turn plays. Okay, so with Silver Surfer, that's kind of where my mind goes initially, to Brood or to the heck is his name? What? See, that's what I'm talking about. Doing it live. The one that splits into two. The freak is his name? I want to say Doctor Strange, but it's not Doctor Strange. You guys know what I'm talking about. 2/2 splits into 2. Yeah. You could do. You probably wouldn't. If you wanted to play this in, say, a death deck, you would want to wave turn 3 and then like play Deadpool, and Deadpool would immediately go up to 10 power. 1/1 +4 1/5, kill it, 10 power, boom, money moves. Crazy stuff there. Because if you played wave turn 3, played this turn 4, and then turn 5 you play, well, you would have had to play this turn 4, turn 5 play Deadpool on another location and Venom it or whatever you might want to. That's a different scenario you could do. But also you could just add power to a card. Like, imagine this on Wong or something like that, you know, to where you could do lots of big things. So that's kind of where my mind goes initially. I know I'm missing something. So let me know. I know I'm missing something, but my mind immediately goes to Brood because I think it would be absolutely insane. All right, now this next card, a lot of these don't have names on the artwork yet, so I imagine they're even further away from happening. But if you look at the file itself, you can find these. This is Gwenpool, which honestly I didn't know existed. This is Gwenpool. On reveal, double this card's power. Okay? So you could play Forge, and this would be a 2/6. Just not bad. It could be a 2/6 right there. So Forge into this just as a basic thing. Like you could throw this into lots of different decks because Forge is used in different scenarios, from Patriot decks with Brood. Mr. Sinister was who I was thinking. Brood, or even Deadpool, like things like that. Obviously, the same sort of scenario would apply there to Deadpool, where Deadpool doubles its power. Doubling this card's power, yo, they're about to buff bounce decks with this thing. Are you kidding me? You can play Beast on this. So let's just say that you Forge Gwenpool, okay? So automatically a 2/6. Then you Beast it. It's a 1/12 because Beast makes it cost less. Holy cow. Bounce is about to pop off with a card like this. Am I missing something? I think that's right. And that is sick because I love bounce decks. Playing like Collector. If you don't know what a bounce deck is where you play cards and then bounce them back to your hand. So you got Falcon, you got Beast, you play Collector with it. Ooh, oh my goodness. Dude, Gwenpool has some potential. You could also, this would take a little bit longer, but you could play Hulkbuster on Gwenpool and then pull it back, and then it would be a 1/8. After that. So, my goodness, lots of cool things you could do here. Obviously, Nakia is an obvious one, or the location from Black Panther, Wakandan Embassy. Is it Wakanda or Wakandan Embassy? One of those. Gives it +2. Dope. Money. That's what you want. Especially if you get Wakandan Embassy on this and then you Forge it, and it's sitting at, what's that? 3, 5, goes up to 10, and then you Beast it, it's a 120. Oh my gosh. You could even play Ironheart with this, give it +2, bounce it back. Sheesh. Dude, I'm all about this card now that I'm thinking things through here with you guys live right off the dome. Sick. Yeah, I'm about it. Now next we've got X23. When this is discarded, so discard, getting a card. When this is discarded from your hand, put it back, it costs 0. So this is pretty much Sabretooth, but for discard. So where I see this fitting right off the jump is Lockjaw, Swarm, discard decks, okay? Or Bishop discard decks. Bish card decks are so much fun with Swarm and all that kind of stuff. You tag Swarm 0, you can just stack things. You can, final turn, you could like have a Sunspot down somewhere and just play a whole bunch of 3 cost or a whole bunch of 0 cost cards and add 6 power to Sunspot as well. So like absolutely insane. It's crazy. So yeah, X23, all about it. I think that it's going to add a lot of fun potential to discard decks. So you guys let me know where y'all see it fitting in. It could just fit in a normal discard deck, but it will go back to your hand. And a lot of times in discard decks, you don't want that to happen. You want, I guess, I mean, shoot. Well, really, it would help out with Morbius and stuff because you can just keep on discarding it. So, yeah, pretty cool. 3/3, same sort of thing as Sabretooth to me, where when it's destroyed, it's now a 0 cost. Obviously, with that 3/3 stat line. Next, we've got Goblin Queen. On reveal, other cards can't be revealed this turn. What? Like, people have been asking for a Cosmo counter. I feel like this is kind of a Cosmo counter in a way. Depending on how you play your decks, if you're playing a Wong deck, if you have priority and you're afraid that they're going to throw Cosmo in front of your Wong to stop it, you play Wong, turn 4. Depending if you have Psylocke, you get it down earlier, whatever it may be. If you have priority next turn, you play Goblin Queen, okay, protecting your Wong from having something happen. Especially, like, let's say that you Psylocke and then Wong on turn 3. Turn 4, you could play Goblin Queen to protect from a potential Cosmo. And then you could play, a Scorpion on Wong or something. Get that other 2 cost down. And then turn 5, you could do your White Tiger before Cosmo's even revealed. Like, whatever it may be. I think there's lots of potential for this. This is definitely a control style card in where you're going to want to use this to defend your combos a lot of times. That's how my mind kind of goes with it. You want to be able to defend your combos, especially if somebody's playing, like, I don't know. I feel like the order that things are revealed in is extremely important in this game, obviously. And if you can stop somebody from revealing something when they want to, that's pretty big. Now, I don't know how it would work if you played this final turn. So you're playing a Sarah deck and you throw this down final turn. You would actually have to play Goblin Queen last. But it will be a great way. Like a lot of times people will hide their Cosmos or their Enchantresses and things like that until the end to kind of mess with you. So if you have priority and you can throw down Goblin Queen, there's potential to stop people from countering you by countering their counters with Goblin Queen. I could be missing something here. You guys let me know. How does Goblin Queen feel to you? I think this is a pretty sick control card that I think a lot of people would use if they unlocked it. Now we've got Witchfire. Your opponent draws a card, increases cost by 1. So this is like Baron, okay? Baron Murdo, however you say it. Makes a card cost 6. But it could also draw a 6 cost card. If you play Baron against a death deck, you can make them draw death, and it now costs 6. So there are some downsides to Baron sometimes. But there's also lots of upsides to Baron, to where if someone's playing a Silver Surfer and you play Baron and all they can do is play Silver Surfer final turn, for the most part, they're not going to be too happy with that. And they might retreat. Or if you end up tagging somebody's, I'm trying to think of like important 4-cost card, Wong, something like that. You tag that with Baron and it goes up to 6. Pretty unfortunate. They're kind of screwed. With Witchfire here, the potential to just kind of be annoying, like it's kind of like another Iceman, but it's just annoying. It's just annoying. And the thing about Iceman, you guys tell me if I'm wrong here. Iceman always hits the card that I'm looking at that I don't want it to hit. I'm looking at my hand and I'm like, ooh, nice. Next turn 2, sick. I'm going to play Angela, Iceman, Angela. I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. I have 5 cards in my hand. It's always super frustrating. And so with Witchfire, I feel like there's great potential to just mess people up, especially with Sarah decks and Mr. Negative decks and things where people need, like Sarah Surfer, they can play 3 cost cards final turn. Excuse me. Or even things like Zabu. You can mess it up depending on what you draw out to where they're not able to play. They're off by 1. They're up by 1. So final turn, if they were playing a Sarah Surfer deck without Mr. Negative, they could play a 3, and then have to find something else to play. And so I love little tech. I don't know if this is a tech card, but I love little cards like this that are just annoying. Because if you get somebody on a bad day and you play this card, they bounce. So obviously it's not the type of card that's going to help you out significantly with getting a lot of cubes, but it is a frustrating card that messes things up. You're playing a Patriot deck. Final turn, Patriot Mystique. Nah, man. Sorry. That combo now costs 7, so you can't do it. Super cool. Love stuff like this. Can obviously also be used in a Ronin deck. Final turn, you could play Ronin, or you play Ronin on turn 5, and then you play Baron, Maximus, and that's 5 right there. So you'd have to be like playing a Sarah version or something like that, which I don't even think is possible. So yeah, just kind of thinking through that. Pretty cool card. Not that impactful, but annoying. Like, this is going to be another annoying card that when it pops out, you're like, seriously, I was stoked on the hand that I have, and then you have to play that. Really frustrating. And lastly, we have got Night Nurse, a 2/2. Add all cards you discarded or destroyed. So this is cool because not only does it go into the destroyed archetype, it also goes into the discard archetype. So add all cards you discarded or destroyed last turn to your hand. Okay, so let's say that you're playing Bucky Nova. Ooh, my goodness. You got Bucky down, you got Nova down. Okay, so turn 2, you play Bucky. Turn 3, you play Nova Carnage. Turn 4, you play Night Nurse, and who friggin' knows? I don't know, something else. You get those back. Then turn 5, you play Bucky Deathlock. Turn 6, you play Death Nova Killmonger. Wow, potential, y'all, potential. But you also have to empty your hand. Discard, pretty nasty. Oh my gosh, this is gonna make Hella way better. Obviously, there are potentials of discarding this card. There's no potential of destroying this. There are potentials of discarding it, which is why discard has such high RNG, because there's a lot of potential power there. This could bring back Hella. If you discard Hella, you got Night Nurse. You just do it. You just do it. You throw Night Nurse down. Pretty simple. Super cool card. Lots of potential there. It could bring back so much stuff for you, which is pretty rad. Honestly, oh my goodness. And think about this. If you're playing a Venom death deck, and somehow let's say that there's Savage Lands and Central Park, and you play Killmonger, and then you can immediately play Death. You play Death, and then Venom on, that would probably have to be turn 4. Turn 5, you play Night Nurse. You already have the power of Death inside of Venom, but now you have another Death to play. Wow, dude. So many cool combos to be made with a lot of these cards. Comment down below how y'all feeling about them. What are your favorite ones? Do you think any of them are going to be too busted? Do you think any of them are going to be middle of the road? Rank them if you want to. I don't really care. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for the continued support and love. Appreciate you. See you in the next one. Peace out.